discussing something about the PowerPlay Studio. So we have discussed most of the properties and we are going for the final. Mostly the PowerPlay Studio is exactly analysis studio type. As you know that, right? PowerPlay Studio will take the source from the transformer cube. That's the only basic idea. But how to create the cube is important. That will be discussed in the transformer classes. Okay. But here just analysis for the user point of it, it will be very easy. To create the cube is something difficult that we will discuss in the transformer sessions. Yeah, please mute everybody. Please mute. So yesterday we took the great outdoor sales cube and then we are analyzing some of the properties of the PowerPlay Studio. Today we will go for the remaining topics. Please remember in the latest versions of the 10th versions you may not find the PowerPlay Studio because you can analyze the transformer cube also by using Analysis Studio. Previously by using Analysis Studio you can only analyze DMR package. Now they have included transformer also you can analyze. But only one difference is if you are using the DMR package it will take the live data. If you are using the transformer cube, it will take from the transformer cube output. Right? I think these things we discussed. Crosstab and intended crosstab, the main basic differences. Charts, each property we discussed, and chart options we discussed. And here the important points are get data, later, split view, edit title, all those things we discussed. Swapping, you know, rows into like this. Rows into columns. Here camping equipment came here, right? It will come here. So this is we discussed, and hiding we discussed, and calculations done, ranking done, and this zero suppression is done. Anybody, can you please tell me? Can you please tell me what do you mean by suppression till now? What do you understand? Anybody? Anybody, what do you mean by suppression?
If, for example, in a row, there is no data, if it's a blank row or column, we can delete them by suppression.
Okay, so exactly, if it is all blank values, all zero values, all infinite values, all not applicable values, all overflow values, that particular row will be hidden. But why do you need it actually? In what scenario it will be very useful for the users? Anybody? Okay, you are hiding. What is the purpose of hiding? Why do you need this feature? Very important question actually. This is confused.
See, like if we include these things, the report will look very huge. Okay. Generally, the report is like just eye-catching and it is very easy to look to analyze anything. If you unnecessarily include these things, the width, height, everything will be expanded, unnecessary confusions because there is no value, no meaning for that one. That's why, yeah.
Exactly. That's the ultimate answer actually. If there are 200 countries are there, say for example, in that maybe 50 to 60 countries, all the rows are blank. Then what is the meaning of just putting into the report? Because you don't need to analyze the 50 countries because everything is zeros. It is unnecessarily increasing the report length or whatever you told. Okay. So that's the main cause. For the eye-catching purpose or whatever it may be, it's the cream of the data. You need to suppress those records. Then you will see only whatever the countries having the records, whatever the countries you need to analyze, those countries only will appear. So that's the reason why suppression came into the picture. That's very clear, 100% sure. Let's understand. But what do you mean by 80 by 20 suppression? 80 by 20 suppression. This is. If I do this one, if all the records are zero, then only it will be hidden. Then what do you mean by 80 by 20 suppression? This is very, very important. Again, interview question. I will explain it. So previously what? India, Australia, USA, column wise I am taking. India is 0, Australia is 0, US is 0. All the columns or all the rows exactly 0 are not applicable. Then only that particular row will be hidden. Even it is 10, then this row will not be hidden. Am I right? One value is present also, it not be hidden. Okay, fine. Now, for example, if I'm having India is 100, Australia is 200, US is 300, and maybe Bangladesh is only 10. Here, if you do the suppression, Bangladesh not be hidden, am I right? Anything will not be hidden. But if you do the 80/20 suppression, maybe Bangladesh row will be hidden. Why? Why? What is the purpose of here? If you compare India, Australia, US, the data is very huge when comparing to the Bangladesh data. So it is not at least occupying 20%. 80/20 suppression means even though it is not 0, it will be hidden. Why means it will take normally priority countries only. So if it is all countries are 100 and 100, but this value is only 10 or 15, then what is the meaning of analyzing that particular country? So do the 80/20 suppression. So it will give you the cream of highest level countries. Then you analyze it. So that time, even though it is not 0, Bangladesh data will be hidden. So that is what 80/20 suppression. 80/20 suppression means there is no need to be all the values zeros. If all the values are highest and one value is very low, then that particular value will be hidden. So that is what 80/20 suppression. When it will be used normally, if there are 200 countries are there, in that maybe most of the contribution, 80% of the contribution is taken care by 100 countries. Remaining are very, very low. So that 100 countries only will be appear for you. Okay, that is what 80/20 suppression. But most of the case here, you may not face any issues. See this one? Here, if you are observing, just check it out. 80/20 suppression. Outdoor protection is 36. Okay, but if you see the camping equipment 332, 153. So this is not applicable, and this is very less. So if you do the what 80/20 suppression, see those two values gone. Sorry, 80/20. Right? See, mounting equipment and outdoor gone, and it will consider those things as a other. Are you able to get my point? So now if 80/20 suppression, I left it. But if you do the zero suppression, nothing will happen because the entire row should be 0. Then only it will be hidden. So here you are able to get right. These are all 300, 150, but it's very, very less values. See this. So 36 is very less and not applicable is very less. So when comparing to these values, this value is very less. So in 80/20 suppression, even though the value is not 0 or not applicable value, if it is comparatively very low when comparing to the remaining values, then it will be hidden. That is what 80/20 suppression. At least it is not occupying 20%. Right. So then I will go for the custom exception highlighting. Very important. Conditional formatting. If the value is greater than this value, just show the background color is red or something like that. So go ahead. So you just add one first expression. So for example, if the value is, I will treat like because this is the last value. like this, if the value is this value to this value, okay, if you write like this, you write any number of exceptions, okay. So if you want to apply, see like this it will come, right? If you want to apply for this column or this column, see now, so this value is fall under this value, right? So red color came, so 50 lakh, that the next value is up to this point, but this value is 4.7. if you want another colors, other all, zero to this value, all colors I will treat as yellow color, remaining all the colors, okay, and bold and italic and middle, okay, and click OK. See now it will be shown. See, like this you can create n number of exceptions, and then you can apply for each column. Say now if for example this exception, this criteria, if you want to apply for golf equipment also, then just select the golf equipment and apply it, done. But the no value is present because it is all above values, right? Okay, you just edit this one, above all these values, 10,000 to maximum any other value, you treat that value as a blue color, this color. I think our values are all fall under that one because I put more than 10, so all the values are like this. So like this exception criteria you can apply to personal accessories also. Just put selection and apply. But you can add one more also, like this criteria. You can add, now you just write one more thing. So that exception also you can, here it will come, and then that exception also you can apply. Say for example, minimum to up to this color, I am thinking green color. Now with this exception too you can apply for mounting it. That's your wish. So there is nothing fall under that. So that's the reason why simple. And if you want exception 1, exception 2, exception 3, anything, whatever you want, you can do it. Clear or any question? Now if you don't want, so you just select golf equipment. See, once I dig down, automatically that application is done. See, because overall value is more than that, right? Overall value is normally more than. So that's the reason why you are getting. But once you dig down golf equipment, you see, under that, so these are values are falling under that criteria. If you dig down once again, the values are mostly falling under yellow color because whenever you are digging down, the value is going to be less, right? So see this. So like this, you can add n number of exceptions for this. If you don't want, click the golf equipment. And you put the none and apply it. And this is also outdoor production, none and apply it. And click OK. So this is how you can do the conditional formatting. This is called custom exception handling. So if you are consider, so this value shouldn't be more than this. So that will be your exception. So that exception value, if you want to see as a red color, say if any of the sales customer sold any product less than maybe 200 products per month, if it is the case, then that type of situations you can easily track by using the custom exception highlighting, because your eyes will directly go on a particular area. Say if you put red color on a particular sales customer, then you will obviously see that, and then you can analyze about him, and then you can warn him or you can take a decision as a manager. So this is how the users can be, it will be very useful while creating the reports. The customer exception handlings will be useful for them. So the next one, custom subset. I think you already know that in the Analysis Studio class, I have explained this custom subset, Analysis Studio class. So what do you mean by custom subset? Anybody? We already discussed this in the Analysis Studio. What do you mean by custom subsets? Yes, quickly. If I create the custom subset in the Analysis Studio, the second tab is generated, right? But here it's not like that. Say, for example, I want to see, you selected the camping equipment, went to the custom subset, anything. So product dimension and all the dimension will be shown to you. Okay, product dimensions I selected. And what are the categories you can select? Okay, I want to see camping cooking gear data side by side and irons data. This is very useful than Analysis Studio. Analysis Studio, you can select only 2 or 3 and then you can create the custom subset. But here you can go and select any level of the data side by side, you can see. See, in the personal accessories, I can go ahead inside the eyewear also, any one of the products I can select. Well, okay, like this. Like this, and finish. So now I have created a subset. See, only those values is taken here. And also see, for cooking gear, you can go inside also, once again, if you want. Like this. So, and also that subset will be here itself. See, if I click the subset, whatever you created, it will appear here. But if you want all, you can select as usual. So whatever the subsets you are creating, it will be here itself in the last. Are you clear, or any questions here? And also, while you are, say for example, years also, highest priority months I want to see at one shot. So what I can do, highest priority months is all December value, all March and April values I need to take. So 2004. So these are the highest priority I am thinking. So 2004 Q1. So March value. All match values are important for me. 2004 and 2005. Because I need the comparative analysis for each year at March, because it's the last of your submission to the regulator, right? So tax submissions to the regulation. So that time, what is exactly the values I want to see every time, and I want to compare it all the things. So the comparative analysis has to be done. See this. So for the year, custom subset. And please remember, see all these things are 2004, this value, March, 2006 March, 2007 March, all the March values are there. And for these values, for the highest priority countries, whichever I selected as a custom subset, I can see at work. So this is how you can get whatever the things you want. You create a subsets and you can use it. So the analysis can be done, and you can see as usual any charts and all those things. And you can dig down if you want to see the irons, all the products, you can see it. And if you want to reset it, yes, you can do it reset. So all the values will come. And if you want cross tab, then you know, right? Cross tabs. Okay. So that is what custom subset. Custom subset here in the Power Query Studio, very valid feature. You can select any value, but in the Analysis Studio, you need to select, so like this, right? You need to select like this and right click and then custom subset. But here you can select inside levels also. So for example, if you select, it will show you all the dimensions, and you can give the name also, proper name. Instead of custom subset, you put here high priority months or something like that. Okay. And the next question. This is read through, as I told you, right? For all the studios, I will tell one day how to do the package read through, then it will be clear for you. The next one is very important. Export into the PDF. The users can export. So if they click it, it will export into the PDF. Portrait or landscape, and what is the frame borders and paginations, just how to upload it. A4 size or something, whatever you want to select, you can select. Okay, just apply it and export it. So then it will be exported into the PDF, then you can take a printout and then you can submit to the regulators. You can see it. Okay. Example, if you are selecting some value here, yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Harier, no issue.
Oh, yeah. So what happens? Oh, sorry, this went. One second, let me open that one. It's closed somehow. So here very important thing is you can export into the PDF from CSV file. But one important thing is I'm going to show you. This will be normally very much useful for the developer to send to the users. I will explain. Okay. The next one is this one. You can export into the CSV. For example, if you are selecting something into the products, right? Say camping equipment, you select. That value will be shown in the PDF output also. If you are observing that one, you can see it. So while it is uploading, so which value you have selected for the prompt, that is also will be there in the PDF document. If you are observing this one, see. Okay. So this is how the users will obviously know. So for what parameter it is available also. And fine, I'm resetting these things. And this is for resetting whatever the filters you have selected, it will be gone. The next one is if you don't want to show this level itself. See this one. This is reset. And this value is not for reset. 1 second. So see this wrapping on. So the value will be going like this. So it will be enabled and disabled. For example, if I am selecting personal accessories, right? You see this? Wrap on. Nothing, just it will expand somewhere. So the next one is this one. I am telling very important here because you know about how to download CSV file, Excel file, XML file. So it will be having XML output. But you know, right, XML output, whenever if any of the technology is expecting the XML output, then you can take it and then give it to Java people or something, right? They will read by the XML. So that type of people, if you want to do the output from here, yes, you can do in the XML. This is very important. So Analysis Studio and Report Studio, fine. But this one is important. Prepare bookmark. What do you mean by bookmark? Anybody, can you please tell me what do you mean by bookmark? For example, if I'm taking the sales region America, okay, and then I took the bookmark. Now, see here, observe this URL. Till now, it is a cognos.cgi, right? Observe, please observe that. I am creating the bookmark. See, one new URL is generated. You take this one, Control C, and give it to the user. Okay. Normally the user how to log in to see this report. For example, if I save this report, so he has to come to the login to the Cognos, and he has to go to the public folder, and he has to go to this report where it is saved, and then he has to open. But this many things he don't know how to log in also. For example, say if he's a new customer, what you did, you create a bookmark for him, and then you send through mail. Say you open a new one, so maybe the user, how they will open? The user will directly open internet and then copy paste this URL, this one, whatever you copied here. So where he will go, I will show you now. He directly opened any Internet Explorer and you simply copy pasted this one. He directly copy pasted here and enter, and it is asking me, sorry, so just directly go ahead here and Control A, Control C, I put Control V and enter. So it is asking me user ID password admin. Normally what will happen? Normally what will happen, it will go to the public folders, right? But now you just observe that one, it is not going to public folder, it will directly take you into the C, and whatever the selections you have selected also will be there. So what is happening? It created a bookmark and it provided you a URL. So if the user, they don't know how to log in and all those things, but you want him to check your report, then what you will do, you will create a bookmark and then give it to them. So once the user clicks, it will just check for his credentials. If he is having access to the Cognos, he can directly log into the direct place and he can analyze it. So if America people, so I will create a bookmark, but remember he can change the things, anything after that. But when instead of going one by one public folder, and then if you don't know exact location and all those things, you create a bookmark and give it to him. Simply, you have no that much time, so simply you can do like this. So this is very, very important in the real time. Some of the high level users, while we are sending, we will create a bookmarks and then send it to them. If it is a big user, right, maybe you don't have the time to go to the, so you cannot give him hints. Okay, go to the Cognos connection, go to the public folder, go to this particular folder, and go to this particular cube and then run this report for UID access. So just create the bookmark and give it to him. He will simply see it and then he will approve it. Sign off. Clear or any questions here till now? So this is how the Power Play Studio will be possible. Any questions, And see that if you want to save this report, you can, below it will be there, save as, and you can see I'm giving some name, and in the my folders I'm saving. Simple. In the public folder I'm saving. This is my report. Okay. If you go and check that where it is saved, in the public folders, in the samples, right, I have selected where I say save as, this one, public folder samples cubes, samples, in this folder I have saved. So if you want to give to the users, you need to give this location and this two. Once they click it, they will see it. So instead of giving that location, you can give directly the bookmark. Simple. Yes, any questions in this all areas? Suppression, 80 by 20 suppression, exceptions. Any questions, guys?
No questions here. Clear.
Yeah, but the problem is here, this is not the important, right? Power Play Studio is not important.
Yeah.
How to create this cube is important. So that will be discussed in the transformer. That is the main part actually. So this is just for analysis purpose only. Anybody can analyze. It's a user point of view. You will not do these things, right? As a developer, you will guide them, all the users. But actual things you will do is here. How you will build this cube, how you will build a transformer cube, how you will create a special category, how to create this many dimensions, how to create calculated categories, special categories, manual categories. Those things will fall under transformer class. That we will discuss anyhow. Yeah, till now any questions? So this is save button. That means if you want to save once again in the same report name, or if you want to save with a different analysis studio. Sorry, Power Play Studio.
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Like, do we actually give the permissions for other people, or there would be another person who will give,
Normally, as a developer, you may not having that permissions. As an admin, you will have the permission. But sometimes, if it is a very small company, you yourself will act as admin also. That time, yes, you are. But anyhow, you are going to learn administration concept also, how to give the permission, all those things. In our last classes.
Okay.
But normally, Cosmos admins will be there. They will take care of the permissions, not you, 100%.
Okay.
If it is somewhat a big company also, if it is very, very small company, only 1 or 2 people are working, then only it may be possible you yourself will act as an admin there. But if any company, there are more people, definitely admin guys will be there, and developers will be there, testers will be there.
Like, I know it's out of topic. Like, I saw some job requirements. So they were asking, like, in some job requirements, they ask for admin experience. So
Right. After these sessions, you can put anything, because you are going to learn administration, every concept. What a admin can do in the real time, you are going to learn everything. How to create the data source connection, how to create the users, how to create the groups, how to create the roles, or if any issues is found, how you will analyze it, how to create how to start the services, and how to frame the groupings, everything. So it's end-to-end package of admin also will be taken care here. So if anything, you don't need to worry about. Anything you apply it, no issues at all.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, fine. So then I'm moving to the next studio, very small studio. Then we will go to the report studio mainly. So I want to clear it up, small studios. Then we finally will go to the report studio and the transformer. Those things are very important. So now let me go to the Event Studio. What do you think, Event Studio? Anybody? I think we already explained in the first class, maybe in the overall view, why you need a Event Studio.
Yeah, just like triggering something on action of some event. Suppose the inventory is the order is more than 100 items, or somebody is withdrawing more a huge amount of money, or
Okay.
somebody is the levels of, if we say suppose or we have orders and processing business. If anybody who gave the order of a particular item which is a little expensive or something, more 100 certain like 100 200 whatever we keep the threshold. If it is more than that one, just sending a business sending an alerts to the people saying that, hey, something is uh, abnormal or something over your threshold is happening, so take a look, kind of thing.
Good. That's it. So, okay, anyhow, I will explain you once again. Maybe some people may not have got it. Okay, Event Studio means, say, if you are having a business and you are a manager or somebody, right? And a continuous business is happening every day. So you have to analyze your business, what is exactly happening every day, right? You cannot sit in front of the system and you cannot analyze the Cognos report every day, right? So sometimes you will miss it, but that may take your business into the losses, right? So say, for example, if one of the prime customer of you, he withdrawn the amount, entire amount, 10 crores. Say now something is happening in India also, right? Some of the big customers, they are the defaulters for a bank. Say Kingfisher, he just left the company, means yes, something like that. So what's exactly happening? So some people withdraw highest level of amount. At least you should aware of that as a bank manager, because whether it is feasible, why he is withdrawing this much amount, and you are losing the prime customers, or this will take you something else, or maybe the prime customers, the golden customers, are leaving your business because of some issues. So you have to check with him what is the issue was. So if they are getting a good percentage of interest, right, in another bank, they have to go to another, they will definitely go to another bank. So you have to make him convince, boss, I will give you more money for them or something. So because you shouldn't lose your customers. But sometimes, yes, you have to, because that's the principles. But most of the times you can convince him. So you should, if you want to convince some people, first of all, you should know that whether something has happened to your bank, somebody has left the bank, or somebody withdraw more money. So what you can do is, whatever the conditions which you are feeling the exceptions, say in my case, if any person is withdraw more than 1 crore rupees from my bank, it is an exception for me. So you take that as a condition. Okay, if anybody withdraw more than 1 crore rupees, this is the condition for me. And if this condition is satisfied, please let me know right sharply to my mobile alert or my mail alert, or you publish a news item in our website, something like that. So there are different tasks are there. You do something. So this condition will be given to the Cognos. Cognos will take this condition and it will monitor your data always in a given schedule. So normally when you will put this, when it has to monitor, say every day morning to evening transactions happen. So at night time data will be uploaded into the database. Say at 12 o'clock you uploaded the latest data of that day. So what you will do, you will trigger, you will schedule a event which will monitor your data which is uploaded latest. So at 12 o'clock your data is going to be uploaded every day. So what you will do, you will put at 1 o'clock, right, this schedule event of Event Studio. Then what you will do, Cognos will go and just as per the schedule it will run, it will start monitoring from 1 o'clock. So you put 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock or something. So it will monitor, because at 12 o'clock your latest data is going to be uploaded. So that time your data, that time the trigger will run and then check all the data. If any of the customer is withdrawal amount more than 1 crore rupees, then whatever the task you assign to that, it will execute that one. If there is no condition, that means nobody is withdrawn like that, then it will simply stop. It will not do any task. That means it will not send a mobile alert or something. So in this case, you will never miss a business exception case because Cognos will always monitor as per your schedule. So that is the main case. Event Studio is a very good studio which will be mainly used for monitoring and scheduling purpose. And it is an event-based scheduling. In our project, what is happening is, so our batch is executing every day night time, right? Maybe our retail manager will run every day night time to load the data into my database. What we did is, so whenever the batch is running, right, whenever my batch is running, if the batch is successfully completes, it will go and write a database data. In one of the table, it will write, okay, the indicator is yes. That means our batch successfully completed. If any batch is aborted, then it will put no. So what we are doing is, we will create an event studio. Okay, we will create an event studio report. Then what we are giving the condition is whenever the batch is abort. That means whenever batch status is equal to no, then you trigger a mail right away. That means at night 12 o'clock, my batch is running, right? Our event studio scheduling also monitoring always, right, at that time. So whenever your batch means if any one of the day, maybe your retail manager failed because of some reason, then your event studio will check, then event manager failed, so it is became the condition is satisfied, then it will trigger a mobile alert to the production support people. So then production support people will wake up that time and then they will resolve the issue. So that means event studio is very much valuable for you in order to monitor the proper data and proper condition. This is a live example for you. Very live example. So this is what we are using in our project also nowadays. So we don't need to bother about, we don't need, somebody has to be there in the night time and then he has to monitor whether batch is running or not. Simple, you create an event studio and let it assign to the Cognos. Cognos will do on behalf of you. If any mobile alert comes, it will be, you will obviously production support mobile, you know that. So it will be, whenever the message came into the production support mobile, you put high sound and then it will sound up and then you will wake up and then do it. So you don't need to monitor things. Is it clear or any questions in that? What Event Studio will do normally? So you need to give a condition. Cognos will check for the condition. If the condition is satisfied, you need to give a what task it has to be executed, and based on your suggestion, it will execute the task. Clear or any questions in this? Okay, let me go for the now launch Event Studio. Right? I'm thinking I want to select, so Event Studio also it will ask you a package. So I'm selecting the Go operational package. Say in one of the live example also, if any one of the transfer is more than 1 crore rupees from one bank to another bank, or if any of the customer is transferred very huge amount, or if any of the customers is transferring frequently more money, it's maybe money laundering. If you want to find out also, you can do the Event Studio report. It will capture. Right, this is the things actually Event Studio. I want to is there here, an insertable object, and then this is the task area, and this is the condition area. There are four parts. One is the condition part. This one specify the event condition. What is your condition? So I told you, right, if it is more than 1 crore rupees, That is what your condition. Okay. If your condition is satisfied, what I need to do? Then you need to add the tasks here. And when the condition has to check, say every day, whenever the batch is loaded, after that only you need to check. Otherwise, it will check with the previous data. So when you have to check, that means when Cognos has to check the data. So you need to give the time schedule. So first one is condition. You need to give a condition. What is your condition? So here my condition is, if anybody is withdrawal amount more than 1 crore for a person. So that is what here you need to write, condition. Okay, that condition is satisfied means what task you need to add. So there are so many tasks are there here. So email alert, news item, if you want to send an output to the mobile, and if you want to run some other reports, whenever this condition is satisfied, you want to run 3 or 4 reports. You want to run one more event studio report, because that is the triggering point for it. And approval request and notification request. These two things are 10th version new features. Previously it is not available, these two features. Very, very important nowadays for your interviews. What are the extra features added in the event studio? These two things. Approval task, notification request. That means the manual interaction is needed. Say for example, whenever the condition is satisfied, normally what it will do, it will execute the task, right? But it will not now. If you put add approval task, whenever the condition is satisfied, it will ask you the manager, boss. It will send an alert to the manager. Manager, okay, if he approve, the remaining task will execute. The manager is thinking, I don't want to run the task, even though if the condition is satisfied, then he will reject it. Then the remaining task will not run. So that means a manual or human interaction is required. That type of situations you can go ahead and do it, because it's based on your manager. Whenever this condition say 1 crore rupees is withdrawn, it find out, and then normally what, as per your task, it will execute it. But if you add the approval task, it will go to the manager. Manager is approved, then only the remaining task will be executed. So a human interaction is required here. So that will be done in the approval request and notification request. These things we'll discuss later. Right now, you create one task. First one, specify event condition. This is your package as usual in Cognos or your Query Studio, Report Studio, whatever the things you publish. So here, whenever through email, here my condition is I want to check order method equal to email. Through email, if any of the day order method email, and normally, as you know, right, withdrawal amount is greater than 1 crore rupees, you can write. Normally, if that is condition. Now, what I am checking is through email order method, if any of the sales order quantity is greater than 100 or something, or less than, or greater than anything. If quantity is 8,000, normally the target for each customer is 8. Normally, most of the customers will do maybe 5,000 to 3,000 to 4,000 for a month, say for example. But whenever, if any of the sales target people, if it is more than 8,000, say, if it is more than 8,000, then you need to appreciate him. That is what my condition. So I am checking whether any of the customer through email order method, they have received more than 8,000 orders. Okay. Now validate it. Whether if you write any expression error, it will be shown wrong. So your condition you have to write. So in my case, what I did, so whenever my batch aborted, means what I did, here one table is there. In the table, normally it will populate. If whenever is batch aborted, the ETL manager trigger will go and write in the table the indicator equal to no. So what I did, I took that indicator and I put n. So batch indicator is equal to n. So what will happen? Whenever it is scheduling, whether it will check the indicator is n or no. Normally y will be there, right? If any case n, then obviously the task will be executed. That is what we are doing in our projects. But there are so many tricks are there, I will explain those. So now, if this condition is available in if this, we want to check it out. just check it, preview on. Any of the customer is more than 8,000 rupees. Sorry, more than 8,020 rupees through email only again. So the condition you should write correct, which one you are checking. What is your requirement? So you write that requirement in condition box. So your Cognos report will check for only this condition at that time as per your schedule. Yes, 12,000 one people is, some people are there who did 12,000. So the condition is satisfied. Now if you do that, it will execute the report and then it will do as per the task. I'm just checking whether it is available to somebody or not. Yes, it is available that way. Okay. Now once your condition is done, specify an event condition is the first point. Yes, I gave the condition to the Cognos report. Okay. If this condition is satisfied, what Cognos has to do? You need to write it. You need to give a task to the Cognos. So there are different tasks are there. I will give first email task. I am expecting an email sent to my mobile or anywhere your mobile email ID or so you write it. You can write xyz@gmail.com or anything. Or what you can do, right? Your email ID is already in the Cognos, so you can write the select recipient. If you want to send it through group, that email ID is already written, right? While you are, if I am giving access to you, right? That time itself, you will have your company email ID, right? That will be there in my system, Cognos system. See, show users in the list. So, for example, entire BA February group, I want to do 2 orders. All the group people. So, some people email IDs I can write. This is the contact. But anyhow, in administration, you will see how to create the contact, how to create group email ID, all those things. So, I will put 2 orders. This also Brain. But Brain, I want to put CC because he is a manager. Click OK. So, you can write directly gmail.com or something, and also group mail IDs you can send. You see, BA February group is and XYZ means Brain. So I don't want now, it will go right to them. Remove it, all the people. So one person I am putting. Okay. So now subject is excellent effort base. Because they reached 8,000, right? Congratulations. This mail has to come. Hi. Good work. Something you, whatever the things you want to, because it's a pre-customized mail, right? Composed mail. You write whatever the things you want. Good work. Keep it up. Something you write to them. Today we have achieved something like that. You need to write it. And if you want bold color or whatever the things you want. And some people can ask me, okay, I want to show them in the mail, I want to add what is the amount also. Okay, it is more than 8,000, but they want to see what is the amount also. So you add a table, maybe 2 rows and 2 columns. So in the here, So here you write order method, just name. Why this going order this is text only, right? You can add anything. Okay, quantity, right? Test you wrote, but below I want to populate original value. What is the order method? Here you write it, because I want to show them what is the value also. And thanks and regards. Supporting. Something. And if you want to see that whenever this condition is satisfied, you just check it out. See what will happen. So whenever the condition is satisfied, how it will generate a mail, just check it out. You see now, this will go to the, this is the event list, but this one is the mail. How it will go? Like this it will go. Just check it out how it looks like. This is the mail which you will get it. To xyz@gmail.com, CC none, BCC none because I deleted. Excellent effort guys, item good work. But the values are replicated here, see. Thanks and regards, like this the mail will go. So whenever the condition is satisfied, this pre-composed mail will go to the event, but with the updated data, because you pick the columns, right? It's not static. Remaining all the one are static. They're all static, but this value is you pick up from the columns. So obviously it will take the original data. So like this you can do it. So then I have added the task and schedule the agent. So when it has to be C, that particular condition. So once you add the task, you need to make sure that the timing also to be given to the Cognos when it has to execute. So every day by day, every day, maybe when it has to be executed from today onwards, at night 12 o'clock, night 1 o'clock I want. Night 1 o'clock, because I am thinking my ETL manager will run at 12 o'clock. So I gave some gap, and then at every night 1 o'clock. Okay, so every day it has to be executed. And click OK. So the schedule is given. And if you want every Saturday only, by week 2 days. So you can click like this, by week. There are anything you can do. Every Monday and Tuesday also, or every Tuesday and Friday if you want to run at night 1 o'clock. Yes, you can do it. Okay, or every month, anything is possible. Every month is your target. So every month, second Friday, first Friday, second Saturday, anything, whatever the things you can do easily in Cognos. It's an advanced version. Everything is possible. You don't need to write. Previously, you need to write a code. So by year also. So the second Friday of March month, January, everything you can write it. So, but I am doing every day itself. By trigger means I will show you the trigger how to do that. In one case, it's outside trigger. You need to by trigger means you need to give the trigger name. Here the trigger name you give it, and then click OK. So whenever the trigger is executed, it will automatically come. Just trigger name. So the trigger name will be done by the people of maybe database people or all those things. So that is how schedule the agent. So what I did, you just go ahead and put at night 1 o'clock every time. night 1 o'clock only you need to check. And every Friday you think, then click OK. Done. So this is what is the report now. So now what will happen? Every Friday at night 1 o'clock, it will check the database data and it will check the condition. So whether the condition is satisfied, then it will execute this. If the condition is not satisfied, then it will leave the task. Simple. Any questions here, guys? So then this one as file, save as. Then sample, Event Studio. Right? So this is how first I will create. Tomorrow I will, maybe the next class, I will discuss with you what are the tasks, different tasks are there, execution rules are there, so many things are there. We will discuss that. And this is just by default. What is the overall view? First, what you need to do, you give a condition and you assign a task and you assign at what time it has to check. That's it. And then you save this report. As per the schedule, it will check the database data. Any question guys till now? Any questions?
No hurry, it's clear.
Yes, maybe Animesh, Farhan, Priyanka, Aditya. Any questions? Very important, but maybe 90% of the cases you may not go for the event studio also, frankly. So maybe you will do mostly on the report studio or framework manager, something like that. But if any of the project is critical or something you have to monitor, then so that's the reason why in event studio will be used by only 5% of the cases. But you need to guide them, right? So in your project, if they are not using also, you need to make sure that what is the importance of the event studio, just guide them and then you try to use it. So then only your capacity will be known to the people, right? Even though in your project, if it is not using now, you can suggest them. In some scenarios, it will be very helpful. Like my case, previously they are not using. So every day one person is there, night time they have to monitor. So what we did is when I come back to the Cognos, right, in this company, so we just created the event studio report and let it run. So if any issues only, then only we will wake up and then do that. Otherwise, it's just leave it. So this is how you need to take something customization to the project, then only your importance will be there. Yes, any questions? Yes, Karan, any question?
No, sir.
Yes.
Okay, then we will meet tomorrow, day after tomorrow. There won't be any classes. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Your Monday will be class with it. That is Indian Tuesday.